Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Friday night. Didn't really feel like doing a live one tonight. I still need to get this room sorted out. Been pissing about with that bloody hot tub room. It's all painted now, and to be fair, it looks pretty good. I put some decking outside and I fucked up on the decking, so I've got to take it apart and then drop one in the back. I've got the supports underneath and I nailed it into the flipping shed. And what I've done, I've nailed it, it's slightly, there's a lip and the door's catching the friggin' lip. Hey. So, in Morrisons' recent update of their beer section, you've got Lancaster Black. Now whether this is available countrywide, I don't know. Black is back, it says. A dark velvet plush stout. Wow, sounds good to me. Let's get it on. Ooh. So a black pour, off-white head, and on the back it says, if I can read it, dark rosewood black. Aroma is slightly malty with a hint of coffee and chocolate. It's pretty standard for stouts, isn't it? Full, fucking hell, my eyes are terrible. Full-bodied roasted malt barley and spicy fresh hops. So Lancaster Brewery, I've had some of these before. I don't know if it was when I last went to Blackpool Pleasure Beach that I had some. But I know I've had some before. And yeah, apart from making a slight little fuck up there, all the pieces are cut, so it's only a case of dropping the beam down next to the door. And if I could get the beam out without unscrewing everything, I would. But there's no physical way I've got to go in here for doing that. So I've got to unscrew everything and start again, which is as thoroughly as interesting as you can get. Here, one's not a joiner. And that's the gardener coming out of me. Let's push this over a little bit. There we go. Oh yes, you can see the Lancaster now, the Lancaster bomber. So Friday night, still bloody at it, working. One of these days, I'm actually just going to sit down and chill. And then you know what happens? I go to bed and I fall asleep really early because I'm knackered. And yeah, I've had a hard day at work and all. I've been grafting from 7 o'clock in the morning, just going for it. Doing things like taking cuttings and that's not actual grafting, but I did actually take a load of cuttings and I've been putting them into pots now because I did have them in water. They probably put them in water. This water goes stale and stagnant, and some of them have actually took. Some of the fuchsias have actually took in water. You know, there's so much you can do to save yourself money. And then from there, did a load of pruning on these shrubs that have not been pruned in God knows how many years. And then in the kitchen garden, been pulling brambles out, and I'm sure one of the little bastards has got me in the thumb. Brambles and nettles are evil. Their root system is evil. And then I rediscovered a path that had not been seen in the 6 years that my boss had been at that site. So I've never seen that path before. So all good for discovering. And all makes for a nice day Monday, because I'm going to just do burning all day long, burning brash and that. Getting a good fire going, a good strong fire. I'll be chucking everything on now, but get it licking the trees. The only problem is if you stop burning, it's in the middle. Someone had already done some burning. It's under the tree canopy, which is a very strange place to burn. But luckily the trees are a bit high, so unless I go silly with the brash, it should be all right. Very subtle chocolate and coffee on the nose. Very malty on the taste. And yeah, the strength is 4.5%, so not too strong really in the grand scheme of things. So yeah, the live review went well, I thought. I was happy I didn't lag. I just need to get this room sorted out a bit better. So I think if I need to work out on YouTube how you do it, but set a date for next Saturday. Set a date next Saturday to do the world's strongest beer review, and I need to work out how you do it. I used to be really, really good with these things years ago, but over the years I just seem to have forgot how to do things. And technology moved on. But yeah, and I need to get this cleaned up. It's a shithole in here, for want of a better word. So I just want to get that sorted, you know, get things cleaned up and normal. So I've already posted a beer haul today from draftcraftbeer.com. And I think it's a great idea. So it's all the beers that they do on draft, but in small 33cl bottles. So you're getting the same thing as you would, but you get to try all 10, and then you get to try, and it's called a discovery pack, 15 quid for 10 bottles, £1.50 a bottle. So yeah, not a bad price. And it's all draft beers that you won't see in pubs. None of them are in pubs. Sorry, that you won't see in shops. None of them I've seen in the shop. So that is great for starters, because to be able to drink something that you don't get in a shop is good. And I might do a sneaky review after this, because there's a 10% one, and you know me with strong beers, and yeah, it would drown my sorrows after making a cock up out there. Although I'm not that bothered, I can soon fix it and sort it out. I did cut a bit off the door, but you can't keep cutting off the door. So yeah, I'm hoping once I've fixed it tomorrow, because it's gone dark now, and that's the only problem with this time of the year. Once you've lost daylight, you're bollocksed. So tomorrow, I've got one garden to do tomorrow. I don't think I've got a second garden to do, and I need to double check. And tomorrow I'll come back and crack on, get it fixed, get my artificial turf back down, and start getting the garden to normality. I'm ripping my garden up at the same time, so I'm taking a load of them plants to work to make work look great, but I bored them in my own garden, so I'm getting rid of stuff I don't want anymore. And if work can have it for free and it looks good there, and it will look good because they're good plants, it's just the fact that I don't want them. I'm changing my garden into more of a flower garden like it used to be. It's a bit too much foliage at the moment, whereas these things are great for work because foliage is king. Phormiums and stuff like that, you know, the big grassy type plants. So very much a traditional beer, very much a pub stout, you know, something you'd get in your pubs. Yeah, it's okay. It's I wouldn't say, you know, the craft beer generation will probably not be happy because it hasn't got the bags of extreme flavours that they like, but for traditional beer fans that just want a pint of bitter or a stout, then it's perfectly adequate for that. You know, if you like your Guinness, you'll like this. Very similar in, you know, in the way they are. So I might have said this before, but the weekends, I used to crave for the weekends because I was so depressed at work. I even looked on Facebook earlier, and I looked a year ago, and one of my Facebook posts, you know, to friends, because I don't do public on Facebook. The review channel's different. Put down but being deceived about the job I've gone into, and I'd only been there a month. A month and a couple of weeks. Told lies to get me there and that, and even though I'm doing a good job, there was elements, you know, problems at the place, and so even that close being into the job did I know it was not the job. Whereas now, I couldn't possibly have hoped for a better job than the one I'm in. You know, it's like you fell in a vat of shit and come out smelling the roses. It's that good, and there's so much to do that yeah, awesome. Well, Christmas is around the corner soon. Should be interesting. If we can see our families, we'll have to do virtual Christmas parties. I don't think people will take a lot of notice, to be honest. I think when it comes to Christmas and when it comes to close families, I don't think they'll give a shit. I've seen it all through lockdown. Idiots who are not giving a toss. And, the police will enforce it. Yeah, they might enforce it in parks, gangs on streets. They ain't going to go around people's houses enforcing anything, unless people complain, unless somebody's having a party. But then you get the risk of being fined. I mean, some lad in Nottingham got fined. He had 50 mates round. How big's his fucking ass? He had 50 mates round, and he got fined something daft, like 10,000 quid. And it was on the radio. I think, fucking hell. And he's apologising for it, and I thought, fucking hell, apologising? I'd be crying. 10 grand. Hey. I hope he got something out of that party. Because for 10 grand you'd want to get something, wouldn't you? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Hence why I do beer reviews in the shed. Peace and quiet. And yeah. Good to see the shed painted in there. All nice, dark brown. Still so much to do on the inside, really. New pallet wall on the inside and that. But yeah, we've all got little projects, haven't we? And it's good to have projects. It keeps the mind going. And mental health, my mental health months ago was, you know, at its most severe that it's ever been. Still feel a bit of it now, but it is. As the weeks go on, from being fucking hell off the charts, it's going down all the time, and I'm getting better, you know, with every week that passes. Ooh. So, back to this fella. So we're off out for an Italian tomorrow night. A couple of our best mates. I'm not going to have steak for a change. There's some stuff that they do and it sounds amazing. So we're going to have that, have a few beers and then be home for 10. Although what will probably happen is it will knock off at 10. They'll come back here and then I've got a keg. Someone's given me a keg of beer. A keg of beer. And yeah, 9 pints. Oof. It's out of date by a month, but does that matter? Does it, Bob? It's sealed in a keg. It's like a big, all it is a big tin. So, yeah. And if they don't, then I might do a live beer review straight after 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Might do. See how I feel. It's a bit embarrassing doing live. It isn't. It's strange doing live reviews because, obviously, when it's this sort of review, I know no one sees it while I'm actually there. And obviously when it's live and you've got the comments on, you know, you can see all that, and it can be a bit disconcerting, especially if someone calls you a dickhead or something like that. Are you calling a fucking dickhead? You know. I wonder if the sexy girls online or post when in the middle of a review like 0.31 sexy girls online. You think, what the fuck's that about? Anyway, I need to have a shave, and I do apologise for the big mark on my head. Yes, pruning these shrubs today. I bent down and oh my god, I felt it. I didn't realise that it was bleeding at the time, and later on I went to the car and I thought, what the fuck's that on my head? And I'd got a bump up here where I'd already clocked myself, and then that as well. That was a good one, that was. As my ex-workmate on Rushcliffe Borough Council will tell you, Ooh, I used to bang my head daily. Yeah, it's so clumsy. It's because other people stand out of the way, and me, I'll just go in and fucking dive in and, you know, just get on with the job. Ah. So, the winds today, 60-mile-an-hour winds, they must have been, because it was so bad up at where I was, up at Cockcliffe. And such strong bloody winds. And this branch, we've got this beech tree, and it's falling to bits anyway. Massive beech tree, a good 100-footer. And I'm walking by it, and I parked my car away from it because, you know, on windy days I'm a bit worried. And all of a sudden, this fucking massive branch fell, and obviously a dead branch, fell and landed on the floor. If that had hit you, you'd be dead. There's no doubt about it. It was a good thick branch, and it just smashed to bits as it hit the floor. It's obviously been dead a while. But fucking hell, hey, I've been working under that tree. This is sometimes, you know, you say about health and safety wearing headphones and that. Fuck headphones. If you've got something like that, you know, even a hat wouldn't do you, because it'd kill you. It'd go straight through the hat, or smash the hat to bits. Yeah, then I've go with some wallop. Whew. Yeah, so a nice pub stout for me. Part of Morrisons' new range. All about subtle chocolate and coffee throughout. On the nose it was very subtle. On the taste it was more there on the taste, with lots of malt. And like I said, a beer that will appease the Guinness drinkers, and certainly traditional beer drinkers. So for me, out of 5, quite nice at the end this then. I even got an hint of vanilla at the end. Unless that's something out of one of my fillings. Out of 5, for me, around about 3.7 out of 5. Yeah, it was nice enough for what it is. And I can see the demographic it's aimed at, for sure. Hence why it's in a bottle. Because most of the craft stuff actually comes in cans. Most. Not all. And that's it for this beer review. As always, 17 minutes. Jesus, mate. Don't I yak. As always, thanks for watching and subscribing and commenting. And see you soon. And another live review coming soon, because I will be switching more to live reviews over once I'm shipshape in here. I'm definitely switching more to live reviews than doing pre-recorded ones anyway, because to be honest, it's a damn sight easier to do a live review than it is to do the review, then upload it to the computer, then upload it to YouTube, then edit it. If I do the review and people get to see me, you know, it's already uploaded. All I've got to do then is give it, you know, put the editing in. And I've already sent myself an email now, which is on my phone, with the usual gubbins that I put into the description. The stuff I put into the description to make it easier all round. So, you know, it should be the case that I do the review. It's all there, post it, and that's it. Then all I've got to do is post it onto Facebook one, you know, when I get a chance. And yeah, interesting times, and good to be getting back on the live. When I did live streaming on here, I did 4 or 5 on the road. Then I got told it was too laggy, so I quit. But that's why I want to get shipshape, get sorted, get cracking. Right. That was a crappy thing, that was, wasn't it? Right, I'm going to do a review of something else, and then I'm going in, because, yeah, I've had enough today. I just want to go in and chill for a bit. Oh, and I'm getting bloody cold in this shed. I've even got my super decent waterproof socks on, that keep your feet warm. They keep the heat in, brilliant. Sweating like a twat today though. It's a bit too warm for them at the moment. They're better in the, but to be honest, my other leg's not been aching as much today, so the heat actually helped keep that foot better. And not only that, I need to get all this Instagramming done and out the bloody way. Get clean glasses sorted out, clean them chuffing bottles, get that shit outside done, and just go back to a normal, chilled out bloody life. Sometime soon. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Cheers.